What is community? In the film industry, it's not just talking about films, but supporting each other by sharing and creating opportunities.
Everyone came together as a community and we got to see very unique artwork.
And want to support local businesses by using my talents and skills to show their talents and skills.
I'd come down and get some hot dogs, give them a whirl, support local businesses.
I'm asking, what makes them stand out, and why should we support local? Find out this and more on The Local Beat.
Today, I got a chance to talk to the co-owners of Level 1 Graphics and see a little behind the scenes on how their machines run.
Level 1 Graphics.
We specialize in screen printing and embroidered items, but we also do laser engraving, wide format, digital printing. Well, we started in 2016 as MacLeod Graphics. That name was kind of a little running joke around the school that I worked at the time, because if anybody needed anything, they would come down and see me, and all my coworkers just joked that they were going to MacLeod Graphics. And then when we acquired Level 1 Graphics 2 years ago now, we kept the name Level 1 because it was something the community recognized and keep coming back to.
Bring our new customers in, make them feel comfortable with us while bringing in our old ones who already knew us. I like interacting with everybody that comes in, talking about their ideas with them, figuring out how to make it come to life, help their business grow.
I like that it's something different every day. There's no two jobs that are ever the same. It allows you to be creative, also help customers see their goals and kind of see that materialize in front of them and kind of give back to the community.
What does it take to run a business?
Say a lot of patience, both talking to customers and just in the process itself. Sometimes things get lost in translation with, whoever you're working with, of what you think they need or what they think they want.
Yeah, you got to have thick skin and the way that I describe it, and it was described to me before I owned a business, it's both the highest of highs and the lowest of lows all in the same day. You kind of wear it on your sleeve. You're meeting everybody's expectations, and meeting deadlines is very important. And sometimes when you have to tell somebody no, it stings you more than it stings them. When you can pull something off like that, you have your highest of highs.
I know you guys said you work on a lot of different things. What is like the most unique thing that you guys have worked on?
What we helped do the design work for was some snowboards for a local snowboard shop in Ligonier. 2 years now, he's had his custom designed snowboards and he's selling them. I think the skis as well.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty cool to see it's on something other than a garment.
Because vehicle and motocross graphics, that's kind of like on the fringe of what we are used to doing here. So it's kind of neat to step outside that box a little bit.
So what does a day in the life for you guys look like here?
It varies a lot depending on the season we're in. So, as sports start up in the spring, things hit full throttle. Same with whenever school's starting up and everybody is starting everything at the same time.
I don't really think 2 days are much alike. You're always dealing with different designs on garments, different printing techniques, different stuff in the embroidery room that needs different set of skills for each type of material. So it's not real cookie cutter. We don't really punch a clock and I'm going to make this part today, or I'm going to do the same thing that I did yesterday. Every now and then you get a job that really makes you think.
You spend an entire day or 2 days or a week on that single job, and then you have other days where you do 10 different jobs.
What makes you guys stand out?
I think the biggest thing that makes us stand out is when someone calls or walks through his door, they're met with a friendly greeting. We can ensure quality along the whole process. So everything that we do is done here. I think that because we both grew up in dairy, we kind of have our finger on the pulse with the community itself, what we can do to better serve them. So that's kind of the biggest thing that sets us apart.
Would we be able to check out the machines? Like, I don't know what they do or how they work.
You want me to run one?
Sure. So what does this do?
So that is going to ensure that I put the logo in the same spot every time. And these things are going to hold it in place as the machine runs.
So how many threads do you use on one design?
We have used 15.
Oh, wow.
But it's pretty rare. Normally, I'd say between 2 and 6.
Oh, I see. So you're going to do all of these at the same time?
Yep.
So what's this?
So this is going to run our program. programming the needle that I wanted to run. So all of these different stops denote where I can change color in the design.
Oh, okay.
So if it's a multiple color design, I can change it on here. This will display by telling the machine what thread color I've loaded on what needle. And then once I put it in here, I can trace the design real quick to make sure I'm not going to hit any sort of side of the frames or anything like that. So it'll kind of give me a trace on where that laser is, and say that design will be there on all of them, and then we just hit go.
So what's happening here?
Bobbin change. So the bobbin runs out. It kind of, it's two sides of the thread. Your top color, your bobbin underneath. Your bobbin underneath kind of sews thread to the back of the garment. So when these run out, they need replaced, and they just all run in white. So underneath there's a little hole that they go in, and once it's replaced, you can just start her up again, and it kind of goes back to where it thinks it ran out at, to make sure the stitch is going to be solid and not fall apart on you, and it restarts. This keeps the fabric stable when it's running through the machine like that. So you just trim away the excess.
And that took like no time at all. That only took a few minutes.
Yep.
And then the last question I have here for you guys is, why should we support local business?
There's just so many reasons. Local businesses support the community. Basically, anybody in the community who asks for a sponsorship for their team, we at least try to give them something. We also create jobs in the community. If you're from around here, graduate, and you want to be in this field, but there's nowhere around to go. So we give the option to stay here, stay close to family, close to home, and nice cost of living area. Small
business is the backbone of the local economy, especially around here. Mostly every business is considered a small business, and they're all unique. They all have their own strengths, and it's important that we stick by them. And if we don't, then there's no reason for anybody to be here.
It was so great to meet Courtney and Sean and see the machine behind the graphics. And by the machine, I of course mean the people behind the graphics. It was so great to meet you guys. It was so great to see Level 1 Graphics, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Support local. Bye.